It's I just made myself a latte, and I figured I'd have a break during the day to record. I thought I would do it last night, but I had a lot of gummies, and I just watched The Americans went to bed. So now I'm just gonna go through this thread. I think it's been like a year since I posted anything on the channel, so this will be a small revival of sorts. Yeah, so I'm definitely not doing any rankings. It's just too much. It's just too fucking much. How big is it? Um, it's literally average, you know, but maybe it's really big now if averages have changed since I last measured 10 years ago or in my early 20s when I actually cared about some of those dick size things. Um, Same thing. Biggest hog I've seen in the locker room? Just some old guy, I'm sure. Those old guys, I mean, some of it I'm sure is just like sag from years of living in gravity. But like, it's the kind of shit where like they turn around and you see the shadow of their hogs. So definitely it's some old dude. Andrew Jackson by a lot. It's honestly not even close. He had one of the biggest hogs of all presidents. I'm not gay. I've definitely never seen anyone who had like a mosquito bite, like no micrococs. I don't wear boxing gloves. What is my biggest regret? Probably not breaking up with people sooner. There was one relationship where I stayed in for way too long, and I was just too much of a bitch to just say it wasn't working out, and then when we actually did break up, it was pretty catastrophic for that person. And I felt like nothing because I was already over it and had been over it for a long time, which also probably made me seem like a complete psychopath. So yeah, I would say that. And it's funny, I'm thinking about this because of that Mom Donnie thread. I remember when I was like going into college, because my family made so little money, it's like they invited me to join some like program for like poor people to transition into college, and they would actually like pay for tuition and stuff, but you had to end your summer like a week or two early because you had to spend the first 2 weeks or the 2 weeks prior to the semester starting in like some dorms with people in the program, so you would learn to transition. And I don't know, at the time I was like, I don't want to do this sounds stupid. Why would I join some program with other poor people? And that cost me like tens of thousands of dollars. Especially because my first year I did so poorly, I lost my financial aid for like the first half of the second year, so that really fucked me up. It's just screen recording. My MacBook Pro. I don't know what NLE is. I don't know what this means at all. Oh God, sounds like a Chat GPT type question. Um, uh, Ideally, I get better at various sports. I think if and when I move, I might actually stop playing basketball and might go back to jujitsu, or I don't really know. It's not that I'm tired of playing basketball, but I don't know. I feel like I'm ready for something different. Um, Fixing old relationships? No. Those relationships are fucked. No, I've never seen any of my cousins' dicks, and I have a lot of cousins. I don't know how to do that. I genuinely, I don't really know what he did. I'm gonna be honest. I've never read. I think he was from Macedonia, which I don't even know where it is. Wasn't he really? I honestly don't fucking know. I don't know anything about Alexander the Great. I just know he was pretty sure he was born before Christ. Want to do a swim? Definitely. I just ordered some shit. I had lost my old jammers, and I ordered a couple things, and today they actually come in. So I'm hoping to get back to swimming a little bit, at least once a week. What do you think the greatest threat to humanity in the next 50 years is? Nothing like, I don't think there are like focal, specific, calamity type threats. It's probably just, political governance, autocrats who sort of kill people by neglect and some people by direct action. And the way we can address that is by voting blue no matter who. What are your economist power rankings? Good question. There was a book on, I think it's called the Econ Goat or something like that. It's a really stupid book written mostly by AI. But I would say all that really matters is like 1 and 2, and it's like LeBron and Jordan. Like Keynes is probably Jordan, and Friedman is probably LeBron. Friedman has had a long career, influenced a lot of aspects of quote unquote the game, really changed the way that the economics profession interacted with the public, particularly in the ways that he would go on things like talk shows and read editorials and columns, whereas Keynes just didn't live in that time. I'm sure he would have done the same thing, but he just didn't have the kind of access. So it's really just Keynes. It's like Keynes and Friedman is 1 and 2, and you can choose whatever order, and then, there's fun people and old people who you should care about, like Adam Smith and David Hume and, Knight and all these people, but mostly just those two. Think of a question which you think my answer could be. Have you ever worn women's underwear? No, I have not. 2 hypothetical answers you imagine someone in here would reply with. Yes and no. A woman wanting to slip her finger in your ass is the only 100 surefire way. In that sense, what? I don't really think anything about this situation. I do want to distinguish. There's definitely a difference between slipping a finger in your ass and getting finger blasted. Yeah. I mean, I would hope that most people are in relationships in which they can trust their partner or spouse to put a finger up their ass and everything be okay. How do we kill conversations about abundance? They're going to kill themselves because it's just not well distinguished from things like YIMBYism. And the problem is, I don't really follow the discourse per se. I haven't actively used like Twitter very much in the last while. But my presumption is that abundance is just not catching on beyond the same kinds of people who would discuss things like YIMBYism. And so it's just too self-contained. It'll blow over. What's your favorite painting? I've been thinking a lot about a painting. I think it's called His Master's Voice. It was done in the late 19th century, and it's a little absurdist. It's actually been used as the logo, or sort of the dog in this painting is the mascot of a record label. But I've just been thinking a lot about it, and it's a little it feels a little absurd in a way that feels extremely modern. Drives you to endure being a nobody? Nothing really. What book surprised me the most? Good question. I think this year, probably, I think his name is James Burnham's Suicide of the West. Mostly because all of the arguments were basically exactly what people on the right and like right curious people were saying on social media and various platforms. But and I guess it was surprising that the kinds of criticisms about liberalism and its excesses and whatnot was being stated in the 60s, and that the arguments are basically 70 years old. Like, I found that kind of surprising. I was surprised by how modern it sounded. Okay, let's see what else there is. He moaned. That's definitely a choice word. Moaned that he could not access porn. Claims sacked aide? Come on now. CNN, is this CNN? Yeah. Is the Sun trying to get me off? Has ranch spread worldwide, or is it mostly a U.S. thing? Honestly, I don't see a lot of ranch when I travel around, but I don't really know. I don't really look for ranch, and I definitely don't ask for ranch. I don't get pizza like, when I go to Europe. That's just weird. Superman is super woke. Let's check this out. This will be really good. Superman is an immigrant. Super woke. Iconic hero movie to embrace pro-immigrant themes. Okay. Alright. This shit. Who cares? What else we got? What is there to do in Philly? It's a museum. Let's see what Alex Bro PA says. Some rich guy stuff, for sure. There we go. The Mutter Museum. Who even knows what that is? You're gonna have to pay to Google that. Did you come up with your usernames? Aramuras. Right. Really? No. What? I feel fucking stupid right now. Anagram of Darth Revan. Really? I'm shocked. It's the ghost of my... Right. Yep. This has to be midnight, right? I'm too stupid to figure out alts. Is it really? Okay. Epic. It's a pretty good movie, from what I remember. Okay. That's shocking. Alright, that's enough. I hope you all have a great day. Let's get this money.